Muy buenas a todos, gente, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Aquí estamos en el primer capítulo de Metal Gear Solid 2, estrenándolo. He cogido, mirado antes un poquito y tal, y gente, está en inglés subtitulado en español. ¿Por qué? Me bajo la idea. Yo no me acuerdo haberlo jugado así. Pero bueno, están las dos maneras de jugarlo, ¿vale? Con Solid Snake y con Raiden. O sea, te vas turnando. Yo creo que lo vamos a hacer así, ¿vale? Así utilizamos dos personajes y vemos a ver qué pasa en los dos sitios. Si os parece bien, si no también, es lo que hay. Pero antes, gente, quería deciros de que, bueno, estos 2 días no he estado cogiendo y haciendo grabación ni directo ni nada. Tenía que haber hecho directo, pero me he tardecillo, he estado ocupado y eso. ¿Por qué? Pues porque estoy de afiliado con pccomponentes, gente, sí, o sea que ya recibo esas grandes ofertas y esos grandes descuentos de la pre-Black Friday de pccomponentes para traeros aquí al canal. Os iré trayendo, en la descripción tendréis los links de pccomponentes, del que me proporciona a mí para poder hacer vosotros. Y ya os digo, tenéis descuentos de hasta 40% de descuento en móviles, videojuegos, consolas, accesorios del ordenador, ordenadores, tarjeta gráfica, RAM, todo tipo de piezas, incluso silla gaming, de todo, gente, de todo. O sea que ya sabéis, solo hay un sitio donde podéis ir y lo vais a encontrar y va a ser calidad y precio. PC componentes. No hay más, gente. No hay más. No hay otro sitio. Así que ya sabéis, en la descripción lo tenéis ahí. Y con esto vamos a empezar. Vamos a empezar, gente, porque ya os digo, lo tengo puesto aquí en español. ¿Vale? Está en español. No sé si lo ha aceptado, si no lo ha aceptado, pero está en español. Sí, aceptado, está en español. Pero selecciono juego, lo pongo en español. Se van en inglés, francés, italiano, alemán, español, dotado, guardado, se comparten en todos los idiomas. Se juega en japonés, dotado, guardado, no se comparte japonés. Pero juego en español. Me molaría que las voces estuvieran en español, pero no es así, gente. ¿Por qué? No lo sé. Vale, entonces no me gusta jugarlo así, ¿no? Pero ¿qué vamos a hacerle? ¿Qué vamos a hacerle? Es algo que no me gusta. Y ya os digo una cosa. Va a jugar a los dos, ¿vale? Tanque y plan, creo que es Snake y Raiden. Pero ya os digo una cosa, si me veo otro juego que sea en inglés subtitulado en español, me come el cipote porque no lo juego. Ya os lo digo, no lo juego. Me niego totalmente. Voy a jugar este porque quiero traerlo, pero ahora mismo lo digo de verdad que grabaría solo este juego, o sea, esta parte, y ya la siguiente traería el 3 si es español. Lo digo de verdad, porque no me gusta. No me gusta. Es más, os lo voy a poner fácil, porque me lo quiero pasar lo más rápido posible. Y el radar lo voy a ver siempre, aunque me vean con intruso. No eso a las pelotas. De verdad. O sea, me diré, joder, hostia, pasa, tío. Pues entonces no juegues. No juegas así a malas. No es que lo juega a malas, es que no me gusta tener que estar leyendo para coger y estar atento a lo que es el juego, los gráficos, todo, ¿sabes? Te olvidas algo, hostia, ¿y ahora qué me ha dicho? No me he enterado. Y tú miras, pues aprende inglés. Pues yo te diré, pues aprende tu español, no te jodes, gilipollas. Es lo mismo. Vale, pero bueno. Los juegos nos quitamos rápido y vamos a meter ya solitos. O sea, que este ya os digo yo, no me dura mucho. Hoy sí, porque solo voy a grabar una horita, cosas así, ¿vale? Mañana tengo libre, o sea que mañana después de venir de cortarme el pelo y eso, cogeréis seguramente, haré una grabación larguilla. Seguramente haré una grabación larguilla. Ya mire, no va a hacer directo. Creo, gente, que hasta el sábado me voy a hacer directo. Ya digo, estoy ocupadillo con unas cositas y tal. Aparte, próximamente creo que se viene Warzone, mapa nuevo, o sea que veremos a ver. Por cierto, pccomponentes, el pre-Black Friday lo vais a tener todo el mes de noviembre, O sea, ofertones, gente, lo he visto. Me queda flipado, Impresionante. Vamos a ver qué hace Snake. Sonic Snake. Hostia, tiene el cabezazo épico. Vale. De puta madre. Todo perfecto. Ya, qué guapo, Vale, falta la canción. Uy. ¿Será ido el wifi? ¿Será ido el wifi del traje? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Qué has hecho, Snake? Se te ha quitado el todo. ¡Oh! Mira, mira, mira. Final Flash. Joder, me mola Vegeta, Qué personaje, ¿verdad? Me mola un montón. Se te ha quitado el camuflaje. Y casualmente, gente, se te ha quitado el traje cuando tengo que llevar yo el personaje. Puta casualidad de la vida. Hostia, Ocelot. ¿Se le arregla la mano? Lo haces como Alige. Abre la mano, que tenga las orejas sucias, que te cagas. Peliculón, Alige, gente. Oh, qué panza de reír me dio con esa película, de verdad. Si no la habéis visto, miradla, de verdad. Vais a reír un montón. Oh, buenísimo. Bueno. Mi tortura.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Aqui?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
Stealth camo's busted. Landing
Cacho bolo,
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again?
Give
her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has
its
own
jugador
version of
profesional
Metal Gear.
del
Not
LoL que se
exactly
llamaba
a
Ocelot.
classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been
confuso,
designed to
creo que
wipe
sí.
the floor with all the other models.
Sí, una
The
jugada
only consistent
impresionante.
description is that it's
Hizo
an
historia.
amphibious anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
Vale.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker
Vale, sí,
and bring
lo
back
hace,
photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level
Vaya, a
of the
nivel
infrastructure,
superior
to the
en
bridge.
infraestructura al puente.
We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype.
Ay, perdón.
Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Ya buen delante posible.
Try to avoid
David,
confrontations.
juntamente.
Our goal is to collect
Claro,
evidence on
claro,
Metal Gear
claro,
development and
claro,
expose
claro.
it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Sin que nadie.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you
Lo que
forget
es
that
cara
you're
es
part of
parte de-
Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization
Una organización
officially
anti-Metal Gear.
recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still
O sea,
fringe,
en
Otacon.
fase experimental, eso tal.
All right, let's look at your gear.
Vamos cerquita.
Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
Bueno, la descripción ahí los pone en español,
It's a
por lo
little
menos.
hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake, cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
Me da
You
suerte.
haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
Vale, te hace ahí fotitos.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught.
No
You're
le
in
piden,
stealth
está en
mode
modo
here.
camuflaje.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Está en modo camuflaje.
Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember,
Perdón,
there's a
gente.
price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
Puta paranoia, ¿no?
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd
Vale.
say the cargo holds.
No,
Safety
realmente
below
está salvo,
deck.
baja
Do
abierta
you
la
see the
bodega.
entrance to the holds?
Ve la
Looks like
entrada.
there are a few entryways into the crew quarters.
Hostia, claro.
The chopper. What?
¿What? Dio la sangre, loco. ¿Cómo se ve?
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another
No
cavalry.
vean, ¿no? Pues nada, ¿no? De gente no va a haber armada.
Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say
Vamos
about
a elegir
18.
unas 18 personas. Pues nada, 18 personas armadas ahora. ¿Qué os parece? ¿Eh? Tío, ¿por qué llego yo eso jodido? Una AK-74. Sí que,
Russians?
rusos.
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair.
El corte de pelo no lo ha hecho un americano. Hostia, qué bueno. Ay, mi madre.
I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Ay. No jodas, se ha pasado. Se ha pasado.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. Ka-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
Fua, que está cayendo, ¿eh? De
We need to
lluvia.
get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the Ka-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the
puedes
photographic
fotografar en
evidence of
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. As long as we have
Bueno, ahora
those,
lo
we can
podemos
put it
hacer,
online and
sabemos,
blow the
no
whole
te
thing
preocupes,
wide
sí,
open.
sí.
So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's
Sí,
141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency
Una
set
zona
aside
reservada
for
para
it.
ello.
140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Vale,
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Vale. Ya. ¿Qué era? 140. Otra con guardar. Vale. Vale, va, no te lo digo.
Push the action button near a scalable
Oiga,
railing to
amiga,
hang off the other
saltado,
side.
claro.
This is called hanging.
No, pero
You can use it to move around, hide, and even
no,
maneuver
no,
around an
no,
enemy's
no,
back.
no, incluso
You can move the left stick or use LT and
Oh,
RT to move left and right while hanging.
Hostia.
When you're ready to pull yourself up, just push the action button again. A grip gauge appears below the life gauge during hanging. The grip gauge indicates how tightly you're holding on and steadily
Mientras estés
decreases as
colgando,
long as you're in
puedes
hanging
mover
mode.
solamente.
When the grip gauge goes to 0, you won't be able to hold
No
on
te vas a
anymore.
sostenerte más.
You need to hoist yourself up before you fall off.
Push the A button while
Pero
hanging
colgarte
to jump
va
down
justo
straight
abajo.
below.
If the ground is too far below,
Esto es muy
you'll
grande,
lose
pero
some
das algo de
life. In
vida.
some places, you won't make it at all. Be careful of that.
Ten cuidado con eso. Vale. Hostia, loco. ¿Esto qué es? Eso es de todo. Hostia. ¿Eh? Se va vacío. Cosa para cogerlo y soltado para lanzarlo. La distancia depende del tiempo que use de potencia. Vale. Está arriba mía, ¿no? Sí. Sí, está arriba mía. No lo veo. Hostia, ¿y cómo cojo eso? Hostia, vale. ¡Buah!
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Vaya mano, ¿no? Hostia, loco. Lo duerme, no me jodas. Me estaba llamando tú. Qué cagada, gente.
What you're wielding right now is a converted Beretta M92F, designed to fire
Yo
tranquilizer
pensaba
rounds.
que lo
A
mataba.
direct hit will knock the target unconscious. Think of those rounds as tiny
Como peñón.
syringes. The impact of the round causes the mixing of two chemicals in the shell.
Me cago en
The
tu padre.
resulting gas compresses a tiny piston and injects the tranquilizer in the bullet's tip into the target's skin. The tranquilizer's
Perdona,
effects
se siente
flow
en
different
esta manera.
times.
Ir para casa no va a tener efecto inmediato. Para los pies, la vamos a tardar en hacer efecto. La madre te parió. Que me desam... Ay, coño, tío, le da sin querer, gente. Perdón. Vete a la mierda, ¿qué quieres, pesado?
Snake, you need to get to the bridge on the top level of the infrastructure. First, find a door that leads into the tanker's interior and infiltrate the ship.
Vale. No me lo creo, ¿eh? ¿Tan tonto es? No me lo creo. ¿Me ves? tengo que dar. ¿Y dónde está la puerta? Hasta abajo, ¿no? ¿Está un poco? No. Ya que sube, loco. ¿Y esto se lo abre? No. ¿Qué quiere el pesado, loco? Se me está haciendo pesado otra cosa,
Snake, go through that door in...
Que sí, que lo sé, que lo estoy haciendo, muchacho. ¡Métete ya! ¡Ay, Dios mío! Vaya, bueno, en japonés, no sé cómo está idioma, me lo pones, loco. Coño. Hostia, ¿esto qué es, gente? Va a meterse, gente. ¿Qué hay aquí? Gente, hombre. Ya. Lo regalo. Epa. ¿Qué ha pasado? Coño. Qué guay, ¿no? ¿Cómo lo hago? Me llama la atención. ¿No? Me llama la atención igual, ¿no? Claro, a ver cómo cojones lo hago aquí. No sé cómo hacerlo, gente. Si paso y me tumbo. O me tengo que ir para arriba. estas espaldas ahí. Uf. Filtración total, ¿no? ¿O qué? No veas, gente. Mierda. Me ha visto. Dios, loco. Chupa la mierda balas estas, tío. ¡Oh! Es una mierda, tío. Madre mía, nene. Madre mía, que hemos liado gente en un momento. Joder, mi vida. No sabía para dónde era.
Snake, are you bleeding?
No, que va.
If your life gauge is down to the point where it's red, the
joder.
bleeding won't stop. As long as you're bleeding, your life
Estoy
gauge will keep
paradísimo,
dropping
gente, te lo juro,
gradually.
estoy súper
Besides
empanado.
that, the bloodstains can put the enemy on your trail. The only way to stop the bleeding for good
Encima.
is to let your body recover until the life gauge is green. Rations are the best way to do that. Try to crouch down
Intenta
or
lanzarte o
assume
ir
a crawl
adelante,
position
normal,
and
yo
stay
creo que
still
no
while
estás
you're
hablando.
bleeding. Your life will recover bit by bit. I'd
Poco a
recommend
poco.
that you stay in hiding until the bleeding stops, if possible.
Vale. ¡Hostias!
Snake, what's wrong?
Vale.
Snake!
Tenemos que subir las escaleras y ir para hacia la derecha. Oh, mira, me han dejado de seguir. Puta madre. No, me ha hecho un favor. Mira la ratio. Vale, nos ponemos ahí. Estos son escaleras que van para arriba. A ver. Una cámara. No tengo ninguna staff,
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place. Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be
Sí,
seen.
pero no tengo...
You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
Sí, pero no tengo staff, creo. Ah, sí, sí tengo, tío. Sí, tengo staff y también me jode, tío. Me ha jodido 2 por 1 en Carrefour. Ah, vale, eso era esto. Joder, qué bueno. Anda. Hostia, tío, no lo sabía. O sea, te metes dentro y se cierra. Puta madre, esa es buena, Esa es muy buena, Para esconderte está muy bien. Vale. Empezamos otra vez con la peliculilla esta. Bastante momentos. Vale, otro es una cámara. Eso. Es una cámara. Aquí nos matan este. Llega Raiden. Esa es la otra puerta donde se tiene que ir, pero está el pavo. O sea, que voy a intentar arrollar por otro lado. Si lo dejo por aquí. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué tanto llamarme, pesado?
Snake, go to the bridge first and find out where this ship is headed. The bridge is on the top.
Está a nivel superior.
Go up.
Vale. Esto es como... Ah, vale, no me ven aquí. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Se va a echar la siesta o qué? Ya te digo, si se va a echar la siesta, loco. Salgo y se despierta.
Freeze.
¿Qué quieres, Otaku? Hijo, déjame jugar.
Snake, go to the bridge first and find out where this ship is headed. The bridge is on the top level. Go up. Snake, wait. Don't move.
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall.
Hola.
Infrared sensors?
Right. And they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Sentes.
Exactly. Plastic explosives.
No jodas.
If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the
Cuidado, que me
fishes,
iremos a
along
vivir,
with
pero-
this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there.
Hay un extintor.
Break it open and try
Utilizado.
scattering some of the
Resulta, ¿verdad?
extinguishing chemicals.
Sustancias químicas. No está distinto. Pero ¿y cómo sé yo? No, me lo parió. Que ha llegado ni eso. Hola. Hola, niños. arriba, por el culo eso. No voy a hacerlo. No va a seguir ahí, gente. No va a seguir ahí, lo dejo ahí. Le he dado el botón a la I, ¿sabes? Para que es lo que tengo que coger y tal, pero no ha hecho caso, o sea que se queda, Lo malo, como te vas a ir corriendo, verás. Pero bueno. Veremos a ver. Helicópteros rusos, confirmado 100%. Vale. Lo que si quiere hacer las fotos, ¿por qué me manda para arriba? Si lo que queremos es ir para abajo. Para Metal Gear, ¿no? No sé. No lo entiendo. Ah, esto cada vez se pone peor. Ellos con armas y yo con un tranquilizante, tío. Ya que lo empiezo a drogar mientras que yo estoy aquí y me pegan balazos, ¿sabes? No sé. No son cosas que yo haría, sinceramente. O sea, yo pegando balazos, digo, va, chaval, digo, ¿qué lento dispara esto? No, no, son tranquilizantes, no te jodes. Jódeme mis jodidos seguros.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
No, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
What's up? Casi eso. Ese está aquí tomándose ahí. Espera, gente, me voy a ir al cigarro. Me ha tomado uno de estos. Tendré 3. Así que es lo que da. Jet USB, no sé qué va. Vale, suyo por aquí, ¿no? ¿Me tengo que ir por aquí? No. Por otro lado. Tampoco. Así. Por ahí, te voy.
Has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker holds secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot?
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga.
Hostia.
Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild?
Está embarazada
You will
encima.
be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
¿Qué hace? Los echa.
Freeze. Hands over your head, now.
Pero ¿por qué sales con un arma que tiene un tranquilizante? ¿No?
Toss your gun overboard, slowly.
No lo entiendo. De verdad no lo entiendo.
Woman, show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
Olga.
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Pensaba que tenía pelo en los sobacos.
Americans. So you
No,
should
ni tanto.
women too.
I'm a nomad too.
Ni tanto.
What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it.
Tiene pelambrera los sobaquetos. Es de esas mujeres que se niegan a depilarse por completo.
Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing.
Hostia. Eso casillo, loco.
It stopped raining.
Deja de llover.
Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean.
Cuidado. Ha disparado con ello. Loco.
And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a spec.
Wow.
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice either.
¿Qué hago yo con esto? ¿En serio? Gente.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good. I have no one, nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters to me. Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Gente. Tengo... Tengo un arma con silenciador. Cargado vacío, pulsa para cogerlo y soltado para lanzarlo. Estoy jugando con un arma tranquilizante. Para tranquilizar a la peña. ¡Hostias! Me se me ha tirado la granada, Pero vale, Yo no veo. Yo aquí no veo. No me llega el punto. Échame. No tiene nada, loco. ¿Me va a hacer ir para allá o qué? ¿No puedo ir para allá? Bueno, vale. Loco, si no llego, ¿cómo quiere que le dé yo? Mira, o sea, a mí me da. O sea, a mí me da. Este es el combate más absurdo que he visto en mi puta vida. Vale, verdad. Vale, Ocelot dijo. Vale.
Snake, she's shooting at you from behind the tarp.
Sí.
She can see you, but the tarp's completely blocking your view. You haven't got a prayer like this. Do something about that tarp.
Haz algo con esa. ¿Qué es algo con esa lona? No hubo. No sabía qué hacer en el salón allá. Yo no sabía cómo hacer que viniera para mí o algo la pava. Es que algo imposible, tío. Yo que no. ¿Qué distancia más corta tiene la pipa esta, loco? No me jodas, tío. O sea, la tía me llegaba a dar y yo no. No, pero la pistola me la quedo. Me jodas, dame una de verdad. No me dejo un tranquilizante. Me han pillado. Me han pillado.
Cipher.
Zipper. ¿Zipper?
Otacon. The ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah,
Vale.
the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow
son
Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's
los que
changed. This is
hablaba
not going to be as simple as we
Ocelot
thought.
con
You
Liquid.
could say that. I saw surveillance
Antes de
remote just
enfrentarnos
now.
a,
It
antes de
looked like the
enfrentarnos a
cipher.
Liquid, tío.
A Marine Cipher T?
No.
Que estaban
Army.
hablando, que decían, esto va a ser el sueño de Big Boss.
First the Marines, then the Russians,
Estoy hablando de los
now the
rusos, pues
Army?
estos son. Hostia,
You're
tío,
right.
mira,
This isn't gonna be simple.
lo he pillado.
Snake, there's
no me
something I
equivoco,
have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anónima.
Anonymous. You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
Está vino de...
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I
Hace
did
10
break into the
años,
Pentagon
qué
system
locura.
to get confirmation.
Okay.
Qué puta
Watch your
locura,
back,
tío.
Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a
No,
9mm, just like the
no.
Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Hostia, chaval. Qué rayado, tío. No sé si con su dulce sueño. Vale, no tengo munición, pero bueno. Me sirve. Vale. ¿Y ahora qué? A ver. De aquí. ¡Upa! ¿No pasa el ejército ahora? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Puedo ir por arriba? Ah, pues. Ahora a ver. ¿Dónde va esto? Hostia. Hostia. La distribución del calor. Permite ver la oscuridad. Poner poder ver las minas primo. Hostia. Tengo 5 de 6, cuidado, Sí, cabrones, lo sé, lo tengo un fácil. No pasa nada. Vale. Uy. No voy a avisar. ¡No! Me pilla. Soy una caja. La táctica de la caja, gente, lo hemos hecho. Ha funcionado, así que... La táctica de la caja ha funcionado. Ha servido. Vale, tenemos este por aquí ahora. Ah, qué gracioso. Me mola un montón. ¿Dónde tenía que ir, gente? No me acuerdo.
Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
It's a decent one. USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but being undetected is still the best way to go, okay?
Okay. Okay, pero ¿me dice dónde te voy?
Snake, Metal Gear is in the holds below the tanker's deck. Go down.
Baja. Vale. No sabemos dónde tengo que ir. No me pilla la cámara aquí. No me pilla la cámara. No me pilla la cámara aquí. Puedo llegar por aquí tan tranquilamente. Me pongo a pescar porque quiero. Y vamos a pillar esto. Si me pillan, opa. Yeah, ya tengo 30. Bien. Ahora este está por aquí. Tú te pasa la merda. Ahí, ronca un poquito. Ronca un poquito. Vale, eso es una radio. Todavía aquí no está para coger y pasar para el otro lado. Me tarda mucho la staff, A mi gusto tarda mucho. Pero bueno. Está para abajo, está para arriba. Vale. Hostias. Hostias. Vamos a ver, yo empezaba aquí. Viene para acá. ¿Será por aquí entonces? ¿A ver qué sobrado o qué? Que no lo sé, gente. Me estoy metiendo por sitios que no... Que no... No sé, no... Creo que no, ¿eh? No, esto me suena, ¿eh? Esto me suena, ¿eh? Esto me suena. No, esto me suena, esto me suena, esto me suena. Esto... No. ¿Qué ha pasado? Hostia, loco, me lo he cargado. No se puede. Me lo he cargado. No sé qué ha pasado, me lo he cargado. Vale, este sigue sobao. Pasamos para allá a lo largo, a ver. Y me tomo un mojón. Este está a puntito de levantarse ya. ¿Y por dónde hay que meterse entonces? Tampoco es por aquí. ¿Y por aquí? No sé por dónde es, gente. Estoy flipando ahora mismo. No, me voy para arriba. Vale. Hostias. El de antes, tío. ¡Epa! Para abajo. No puedo. Tampoco. No jodáis, gente, tampoco es por ahí. Qué locura, de sitio. Madre mía, me estoy tirando un montón. Upa. Vale.
Raiden.
Parece Raiden, es verdad, Va, parecía Raiden, es verdad, Guau, qué locura, chaval. Cerrado. Hostia. Verdad que parecía Raiden, Míralo. Qué guapo la figura de Raiden, tío. Loco, qué guapo. La figura de Raiden ahí. Me deja la sangre ahí el cabrón. Están por aquí abajo, ¿no? Sí, lo tengo aquí.
Freeze.
Ya, eso no me lo sabía. Vale, no sé si es por ahí o por dónde es, tío. Intenta hacerlo, gente, lo mejor posible, de verdad lo digo. Estoy poniendo todo de mi parte. Granada. Me gusta. No sé si viene para acá este tío. Se queda ahí. Ah, no está, sí, la siguiente está arriba, la siguiente. Nada, nada. Que me he pasado, ¿no? Le tiene unas cuantas, ¿no? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Eso qué es? Ya.
Repair of the entranceway
Se
to the engine
levanta la
room on the
salida
port
del
side
motor.
is complete.
Del lado del motor.
We'll return to position following patrol in the small room on the port side.
Dime. ¿Qué ha pasado?
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
Vale.
No need to worry. There's a way through.
No veo qué pasa.
Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking
Deja
green
luz
lights right
verde.
next to the explosives?
¿Sí?
That's the control unit for the
Control verde.
sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors
Destruirla,
stop
y los
functioning.
sensores
You can't get in
dejan-
close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out.
Para tocarla.
But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up
Así
should do
que
the
la
trick.
coge, se
Use
vira.
that gun.
Usa esa pistola. Hostia, se ve mal de cojones, Solo cigarros. Vale, ¿quiere que utilice esto? Pero no puedo apuntar abajo, ¿no? Ah, vale, así. No, era este, ¿no? Vale. Y el otro. Es este, ¿no? Vale. Claro, fuera. Me cubro. Me pongo esta, por si acaso. Ya, para apuntar a primera persona mejor, gente. Me voy a acostumbrar. Pero bueno. Será así, así y así. Va mejor,
All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
No me enteraba mucho, lo ha dicho. Eso digo la verdad, gente. Hay otra puerta. Ah, para el fondo, a ver qué pasa. Opa, acá hay uno, Ahí hay uno, Está por culo. Muchazo. Y vamos para el fondo, a ver. ¡Upa! Ya, así me está yendo más fácil, gente. Ya os lo digo. Lo tengo que haber hecho antes. Qué cabezón que soy. Pero bueno, es igual. No sé. Hostia, qué grande. No, para arriba, ni tranquilo. No te vas de rodillas todavía. Todavía no. No sé para dónde estoy yendo, gente. No sé si estoy yendo bien, si estoy yendo mal. La rata me la llevo, por si acaso. No hay nadie por aquí, por ahora. Upa. Cuidado. Me mola el juego, me mola. Te voy a decir que me mola la jugabilidad, me mola el juego, me gusta. Lo malo es eso, gente, está en inglés, tío. No me jodas, tío. Me ha jodido un huevo. La verdad me ha jodido un montón. Pero bueno. Intentamos que lo más rápido posible. La verdad, porque no me gustan los juegos en inglés. Lo siento. Es algo que no puedo con ello. Hostia. ¿Cuántas personas, no?
We have sealed the stern hatch. All right. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Excepto yo.
No one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Mi hija.
Yes, sir.
Hostia, ¿vienen para mí? No me jodas, tío.
Who goes there?
Pues aquí sí que voy a ir, aquí, en plan. ¡Tía! ¿Qué pasa? Me ha quitado. Tía, loco. Me ha quitado. Se me ha quitado el arma de repente, no sé por qué. No entiendo. No le he dado el botón. Le he dado el de este. Ah, joder, le he dado sin querer al de atrás. Me lo he tenido que cargar, gente. Ya, le he dado dos curas a la vez seguidas, Uy. Me ha pillado de atrás, Me ha pillado atrás, No se ha dado cuenta, lo que. Mira, 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 mira. Hostia, cuidado, Me cierra.
Who goes there?
Uy, ¿quién es? ¿Qué ha pasado? Ocelot.
Shaska.
Será Saska.
Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
Hostia, se ha pasado.
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Hostia. Me pillaba, Me pillaba el tío.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If
No
they
tengo ni
get
puta
Metal
idea.
Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
Pero vamos, no tengo ganas de pegarme otra contra Metal Gear.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
Ya.
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No, I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake, let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get
Acá para
photographic
tener
evidence
pruebas
of the Metal
fotográficas
Gear
de
prototype.
que existe el prototipo
Now
de
do
Metal
your
Gear.
thing and take pictures that speak louder than the
Deja
government's
hacer,
plausible
saca
denials.
fotos y
We need 4 shots.
Necesitamos 4 fotos.
Metal Gear from the front,
Por
front
el frente,
right, and
derecha,
front left, and a
izquierda,
close-up of the Marine
y
Corps
primer
marking.
plano del
Marking.
There should be a Marine's insignia
Hay un
on the
insignia
body of
marine.
Metal Gear.
Vale,
Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
yo también.
All right,
There's actually one little thing.
Hay algo
just
más.
spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our
Estamos entrando en nuestra
transmission.
misión.
Who?
¿Quién?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they
Hello?
tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little
Vale.
app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in
Ah,
front of the
sí, ya
computer
está.
once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
Vale.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear forces.
Vale, ¿y dónde está la cámara aquí?
Compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these
Tengo
pirate
que bajar abajo del todo, tío.
The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another
¿Qué habla,
Metal
loco?
Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this.
Estás de
This
coña.
weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military
Yo soy Aqui.
dominance spelled out
A
by
ver.
Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. We, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the
¿Cómo se hace el
Ray.
zoom? ¿Para adelante o...?
The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially
Yo
those
creo que no
with
es esto,
submarine and air background.
Yo creo que no es esto, gente. Yo creo que lo está haciendo mal.
Not to mention interference from a major player. But this
¿Qué hace?
project is vital to the
Baja,
Marine.
cabeza turco.
The
Que te
enemy
estoy
is
dando que
sometimes
baje.
closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline.
¿Qué ha pasado?
Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy.
Espérate, pues yo no sé
Takes
dónde
them
está
out with massive firepower.
la
It
otra
is the
puerta,
ultimate
tío.
weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal
No hay una
Gear Rex
puerta
and
ya,
next-generation nuclear warheads. We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the right!
Estaban muertos. Estoy fusilado, vamos. Estoy fusiladísimo. No tengo ni la foto. O sea, estoy más muerto que muerto.
Snake, respond. Snake, Snake.
Hostia, está gracioso esto. Está mortal, tío. Vale, la cosa es... ¿Dónde tengo que hacer la foto? Pero ¿dónde está Metal Gear?
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious.
Mi cuestión es esa. ¿Dónde está Metal Gear?
Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with this new model of Metal Gear.
No puedo subirme por arriba. Espérate, gente, perdona, ¿eh?
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and
Porque
land.
es que no entiendo una cosa. No entiendo...
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads.
Madre mía, no.
But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
Vale, creo que llega a Metal Gear, si no me equivoco.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
Qué escalofrío me ha dado, joder, madre mía. Qué bueno, tío, no ha pillado todo el mundo. Plan de, me acabas de joder, ¿sabes? Hostias.
Metal Gear.
Dale, chaval, Metal Gear, loco.
The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century, and we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left.
Vale, entonces a lo mejor quiero una foto por aquí, ¿no?
Front.
No, espérate.
Up. Left.
Good.
Up. Left. Up.
Es que de frente me va a ser complicadísimo, gente.
To move on, the brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix, the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype.
Ya está, ¿no? Ya está, ¿no? Yo creo que sí, ¿no? Son las 4. Se está poniendo solo todo esto, no está haciendo nada. Si os molesta el ruido, perdonad, ¿eh? ¿Qué ha pasado? Qué paranoia, loco. Gente, de verdad.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first one I'm seeing is... Oh, I don't think we can use this.
Vale.
Next up is... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well.
Vale.
And the next one is...
Podemos usar esa fotografía, la parte izquierda. Vale. Ya está llegando. Desconecta.
Designed to be operated by an onboard pilot.
¿Y qué te falta?
Snake, that workstation is the transfer point between the tanker's intranet and the outside world. Use it to send those pictures over. All you have to do is face the computer and push the action button, and the photos will be sent.
Sí.
Hope you took a good one.
Its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system. The importance of next-generation technology such as C4ISR and RMA in battle situation has been discussed time and again, but Ray is the first to deploy it so fully. With Ray's completion, the Marine Corps will lead the way for a new age of military tactics. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure.
Esa no me sirve, o sea que...
trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning.
Ah, no me da tiempo, Se me acaba el tiempo. Se me acaba el tiempo, no puedo enviarlo. A ver, ¡ay! ¡Dios! Ah, sí, sí, yo creo que no me va a servir, Pero no tengo ninguna de frente. Vamos a ver si le sirve. Creo que no, creo que la he liado,
Okay, I'm receiving the images. The first image is... You already took a good one of the side lettering.
Vale.
The next image is... Sorry, but this doesn't work. I hate to ask, but can you try again? Next up is... We don't need another one from the left.
Vale.
The next image is... We don't need another one from the left.
¿Qué habla?
The next image is... I'm sorry. You need to take another one.
Tienes que sacar otra. Madre mía.
Okay, last one's coming up. We already have a good photo from the right.
¿Y qué te queda? Yo no me voy a dejar un preguntizo Olvídate de las fotos y sal de ahí ahora mismo. Pues tarde.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray.
Si pudiera ir por arriba, por todos lados.
Dismissed.
No sé si se puede ir, tío. Tengo que mirarlo, Si fuera, Si fuerísimas. ¿Qué es Ocelot?
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
No.
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
Eso es fácil para
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver
Ocelot.
Ocelot.
Míralo. Estás temblando, ¿eh? Enfréntate a revólver.
What do you want?
Yo no me enfrento a
This
revólver.
machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do?
Me
Steal
enfrento a
this thing?
revólver, pero bueno, vale.
Steal?
Gracias por el euro.
No, I'm taking it back.
Es un cotilla el Snake, ¿eh? Es como la vieja del visillo, ¿eh? Opa. Cuidado, el ruso, ¿eh?
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood?
Hostia, loco. Los cerotes en cámara lenta. Hostias.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly.
Ya voy a cortar, gente. Ya está, no quiero ir a cenar, tío. No quiero ir a cenar. La verdad que ya... Me ha hecho tardísimo hoy, la verdad.
We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
Así que nada, dueña de Metal Gear. La cabeza de Metal Gear no recuerda a la del Ninja Cyborg. Lo parece, ¿eh? Me da la impresión.
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Siempre ha habido competencia entre Rusia y Estados Unidos. Siempre.
Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back.
¿Qué habla?
Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War. Metal Gear only has room for one. Gerlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Hostia.
Damn you!
¡Fua! Momento Ocelot. Y para todos vosotros, catabam pam pam. ¡Fua! Ah, mira, detrás de la chaqueta. Tiene cheto, gente. Tiene hack. Tiene hack.
Looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
mía, nene. Hostia. Se ha vuelto un pro, Espera la última vez que le pegue una paliza.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Esta fontaine. Dios, cómo me iba armando, nene. Hostia. La calidad lo celó, qué cabrón. Míralo y no le dan. Ocelot, como se meta en el metal ya está. No me caso. La mano. Hostia. El brazo de Liquid.
It's been a while, brother. Who are you? You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake?
Hostia, chaval.
You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program. Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
Dios. Qué puta paranoia se ha fumado,
The
chaval.
price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm.
El brazo de Liquid, sí, claro. ¿Te das cuenta ahora, hijo? Un poquito tarde, ¿no? El padre ha muerto ya. Ese creo que también ha muerto. Estos se suben para arriba, un poquito bastante inteligente, pero no va a conseguir nada. Este que se meta en el Metal Gear. Vamos, como para pegarme ahora con el Metal Gear, ¿sabes? Le pego tranquilizantes. A ver si tranquila la bestia, la hora. No jodas. Le tiro el cargador vacío. O si no puedo hacerle nada. No, mira, ya que me pego con él, por favor. Dios, ha mejorado mucho, Madre mía. ¿Era inconsciente? No me jodas. Ay, no hacen nada. Ya lo digo. Una mala opción, pero no. Qué rayado, qué guapo. Mola un montón. ¡Buah! Ahora. Con la pata. Venga. Ya miras tú, ya cago ya. Tienes un problema. No es que tengas un problema. Tienes un problemón inmenso. Eso es lo que tienes. Tienes un problemón inmenso. Es alucinante. Hostia, nada con la cola. No me hubiera imaginado eso. Con lo que pesa eso, tío. ¿Que hubiera nadado? No me hubiera imaginado. Tío, si me toca enfrentar a él... Escúchame, me toman los huevos. Yo no puedo hacer esto.
Proceeding as planned, sir.
Ah, que se va nadando. Vale.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful.
Fue de
I
ellos.
look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
El presidente. Qué locura, tío. A que ponga game over. Guardar, sí, claro. No guardan toda partida. Sí, claro. Vale. La informática,
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside. The big shell.
Esta es la parte de Raiden, me parece. Que empieza ya con Raiden.
But in the meantime, the shells become a
O sea, la parte del buque. Si no me equivoco, es 1 hora.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
1 hora 45, efectivamente.
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad are dead.
1 hora 45.
Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Y Pues ahora ya, pues... Empiezas con el que hace la segunda parte de la historia. Ya como ahí de grande, Déjate la chingada. Qué puta locura, tío. Buah, si no, tío.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billones.
What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Qué paranoia, sí,
Hostages,
tío.
huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Vale. Molt bé.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Vale.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an
Es
order.
una orden. Que no te descubran.
This is Snake. I'm now
Aquí
inside
Snake.
strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned.
Dejado.
And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all
nombre
following
clave.
communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
¿Qué de malo es
Just a precaution. You are now designated
Será Raiden.
Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed
Vaya virtual.
300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Un místico mercenario.
Okay, we'll skip that part.
Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the back button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the back button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
Le va muy bien, sí. Le va clavado, hombre.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Vale. De puta madre. O sea, voy por aquí. Vale, me puedo tirar por ahí por el agua. ¡Upa! ¡Upa! Saltito de ninja, ¿no? No puedo coger eso. Vale, eso sí. Vale. Uy. Super una hormiga, loco. Hostia, más rápido así, ¿eh? Qué guapo. Vale, no puedo ir para allá, entonces. La parte de ahí. No sé cómo ir. Sé que hay algo en el suelo, simplemente por el suelo, pero no me voy a meterme. Bueno, da igual. Aquí lo de antes, ¿no? Se puede meter y todo esto. Opa, nada, otra ratio. Puta madre. Nada, ¿no? Vale. Ah, vale, no tengo nada. Vale. Bueno. ¿Quién la ha pegado? ¿Qué ha pasado? Como que la pega a alguien, ¿no?
I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gerlukovich man.
Gerlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Vale. Me voy a meter dentro, a ver. Meteremos a ver qué pasa. La Snake, ¿eh? 100%, míralo, ¿eh? Míralo. Snake, ¿eh? 100% Snake.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work.
Sí, claro, me voy a aprovechar.
There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
Perfecto.
How do I gain access?
El ordenador ese, ¿no?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node.
Vale.
Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Ya, entonces no funciona de ponerlo siempre en alerta, ¿no? O qué fase da, coño. Puto juego. Va, esto yo me ha pegado qué pesado.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Sí, sí. Tío, no me la torres más, loco. No puedo utilizar ninguno de estos. Venga, hasta luego. Ya, loco. Pesadilla, tío. Macho pesado ya, el cambio, Loco. Te has pasado, ¿no? Ponemos el pacha. Vale. Si esto es mi cumpleaños, 17 de marzo. Español. Ruso. Soy ruso. Soy ruso. Vale. El radar aparece incluso durante la visión intruso. Sí, por favor. Con sangre, ajuste el tamaño del tiempo real a full. Con seleccionar el tipo de control de visión. Primera persona. Primera persona. Grupo. Que para desactivar el arma, objeto, selecciona. Selecciona ahora o en anterior. No, okay. Venga. Eres muy pesado.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now.
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Pero que me vaya, que me vaya Raiden. Uy, se está quitando, Vamos a guardar, gente.
What's up, Jack?
Guardar. Guardamos aquí. Sobre escribir, sí. Como ya he dicho, me va a pasar en fácil. Que pasa menos rápido. Vale. O sea, los bosses no durarán mucho, seguramente.
Hang in there.
Me espera un poco. No espero nada. La verdad. Bueno, gente. Nada. Cogeos y deciros de que, bueno, recordaoslo, de que ya sabéis, de que aquí en la descripción os dejo el de PC Componentes, ¿vale? El link. De verdad, echadle un ojo. Si necesitáis cualquier cosa, necesitáis algo, de verdad, miradlo, que vale la pena. No lo digo ni porque me saque un dinero ni nada, lo digo de verdad. Hay ofertas muy muy buenas, echadle un vistazo. Solo por echarle un vistazo no pasa nada. Y luego ya me cogéis y me decís, porque de verdad que es increíble. Así que nada, recordad también que tenéis el código de Instant Gaming, pues si me queréis apoyar por ahí. Me tenéis por Twitter. O sea que gente, cada vez voy viendo más y más cosas. Con el tiempo. Y esta semana, no, para la semana que viene os confirmaré algo que también me ha llegado. ¿Vale? Me lo cogeré, lo confirmaré. Espérate que lo mire, porque yo creo la semana que viene lo puedo confirmar. Lo puedo confirmar para el lunes. El lunes os confirmaré algo, ¿vale? El lunes os confirmaré algo. Para 14 y 15. Para una cosita que hay por ahí. ¿Vale? O sea que nada, gente. Gracias por el apoyo. Ya sabéis, dale a like, suscribiros si queréis. Si queréis ser miembros de aquí del canal para coger y pagar, tenéis algunas ventajas, ya sabéis lo que tenéis que hacer. Y nada, gente. Gracias por todo. Nos vemos en la próxima. Besos. Portaos bien. Ya sabéis. Si no te PC componentes, no es bueno. Besos.